Hey, heads up. Longer podcast. Removing anxiety, becoming successful. I've got a way. And I've got a true story of my own when I was first in training. What happened when I had so much anxiety and how I changed it and the effects. And I'm going to share with you exactly what I did. And it is so simple. So simple, but so effective, so powerful. If that's important to you, I know it is. Keep listening.
This is Personal Development Unplugged with Paul Clough.
In simplicity, there is genius.
In simplicity, there is genius.
Hey, my friend. We're back and, again, talking about just removing anxiety. But removing anxiety and feeling good about yourself, becoming successful. And what I mean by successful is feeling successful in the things that you do. So you feel, I did a good job. Because quite a long time ago, in my very, very early days of being a trainer of NLP, things like that, I did my very first solo training. And I wasn't confident, but I was sort of confident. I felt okay because talking to the people who were running it, they'd asked me to come along to share what I know about this particular subject. And they said, there's only 16 people coming, so it'll be fine. And I thought to myself, 16, I can do 16 people. 16 is okay. Nice, tight little number. So I was getting together and I was feeling pretty good. You know how it feels when you look forward to something like that because you feel you got it. So what happened? A few days before, just wanted to check up because I was having to travel abroad to do this as well. So it wasn't only my first solo training, because I used to do a lot of trainings with my son before and after. All my trainings were with my son, and we used to stand on the stage together, and we had we do have a great rapport, and it was so good on stage. We just bounced off each other, supported each other, and it was really good. I think there's not many father and sons who were doing that. And we just loved it. Loved each other, loved doing what we did. But this was my first solo. 16 people. I can imagine Joseph beside me maybe. And I'd be cool with that. But then this phone call, because I was just about to get packing and taking all my stuff with me. And what happened? Well, that phone call was, hey, Paul, we've done it. We've got them all booked in. Oh, great. 16 people. And I said, what? No. You didn't hear, Paul. It's 60. 60 people. I hadn't talked to 60 people in a training before. And it was massive for me. Absolutely massive. And my heart started pounding. Oh, I could see, my physiology went to bits. I felt dread. I had those pictures in my mind that I am going to absolutely fail. I'm just going to fail completely. I'm going to be a mess. And it's going to be so embarrassing. So embarrassing for me. So embarrassing for the people who've asked me to come along. And everything I did was made more pictures in my mind how difficult it was going to be, how horrible it's going to be. And was I looking forward to it now? Not a bloody thing. Oh, no. But I couldn't, I really wanted to say, actually, can we stop now? Can we, just call it off? Because I'd wanted to really call it off. It just wasn't fun anymore. But I obviously couldn't do that. I couldn't. I'm committed to sharing what I know. And the thing is, when I push that stuff away, we talked about pushing the pictures away. When I pushed that picture away just for a bit, I thought to myself, do I actually know the stuff I want to share? And I did. Of course I did. Although I felt an imposter, who am I to come and share all this with all these people? And in fact, I also knew there were other trainers going to be in the group. Other bloody trainers. listening to me, learning from me. People have been trainers for a lot longer than I had been. But you see, I did know what I had to share was good. I also know, I did know, those people wanted to learn what I had. They didn't want to come along to see me fail. Why would anybody pay money to see someone fail? Especially when they knew I had, and they'd been told I had something different to share with them. So I had to do something. So what did I do? I thought to the basics. One of the most simplest things that we talk about here at Personal Development Unplugged, where Joseph and I talk about this thing, it's called the 5 keys to success. And you'll see I've done so many, it's been mentioned so many times in podcasts. I've even done a hypnosis track on it. Where'd you get those? paulcloughonline.com / whichever way that goes, .com. Okay. But anyway, I thought about the 5 keys to success. So what's the first one? My goal. What was my goal? Well, my goal was to share and enjoy it. Not just share and go, oh, that was horrible. But no, I wanted to share and enjoy this moment. I wanted to give. I wanted to make the people who asked me to come and share this proud of what they've done and proud of me. So I had to take action. That's the next step. Take action. Intuitive, massive action. So I knew what I was going to do. I got all my stuff together, but I also knew what was coming at the end of this 5 keys to success. And I knew what action I had to take. And I had to be aware of what I was going to do, aware of how I wanted to be, aware of if things weren't going quite right, what did I need as a backup plan? And I had loads of those in my pocket because these people liked hypnosis too, and they didn't know how to do it. So I knew I had lots of hypnosis. I could do some hypnosis processes as well, give them even more than they paid for. So I've got that. And flexibility, knowing with that awareness, and I could be that flexible because I've got more tools. And I started to feel a little bit better. But then I thought, hey, this is the main thing. This is the thing I really got to start doing. I've got to act as if with a psychology and physiology of excellence. An excellent trainer, someone who knows their stuff, someone who's hopefully a little bit charismatic, someone who can communicate, someone who can do the demos, get the results without any doubt. And I must admit, before I had doubt of doing those demonstrations in front of all those people. No, if I'm going to act as if I don't have any doubt, things are going to happen. Things are going to change. So I started. I thought, well, thinking about the trainers that I'd worked with, I was going to change my body to act as if. You see, these people, let's get it right. I wanted to act as if I should be there. I deserve to be there. Because I did. Act as if they want to learn. Because they wanted to learn. They wanted to learn what I wanted. So I could act as if that was in my head. That was what in my beliefs. And I thought, well, what experience do I have? Well, I've been with so many trainers, so many brilliant trainers. And I knew how they performed. And perform is not the right word, but how they acted in front of me when they shared what they knew, did their demonstrations. I knew how they walked. I knew how they talked. I knew how they smiled, how they connected. I'd modelled them, and I was modelling them again. I knew how they breathed, how they gave that impression of being relaxed. Because I knew when I talked to them, sometimes they were a little bit jumpy inside. But did they give that impression? No. They believed in themselves, so I was going to have to believe in myself. And just by starting to move like them, because I practiced just a little bit, but I saw it in my head as well, saw me over there, acting as if I was them, of a sort, taking on their qualities, but being me, and allowing those qualities to evolve in me, in my own style. It wasn't a copy, but just imagining it. And it seemed to make a difference, because I knew it would. And it made me believe again. Just moving my body made change the pictures in my mind in the way that I knew I could do this. I just could. So I changed my physiology, and it changed my psychology, as it were, my psychology of excellence. It gave me the belief that I'm going to do this. I've got this. Yeah, there's going to be a little bit of nervousness, but that's to be expected, Cluffy. Go out and do this because you're not backing out. You're going to make a success of this. I've got this. And you'll do whatever it takes. And you'll be taking action when you're there. You'll be intuitive. You'll be aware. You're going to be flexible. You've got more tools than you need. And you know what you're going to teach. And the thing is, because I did that, and if you remember from the last weeks or the last longer podcast, by pushing that picture away, that picture of the frightened me, that gave me room. It gave me space. Just gave me space to start to think about my psychology and physiology, to act as if I deserved to be there, because I did. Act as if I was that trainer, because I was. Act as if I could not command the stage, but connect with people in the way I wanted to connect as Cluffy. Not trainer mode. I wanted to be me and share what I had in my way. And it just made the difference because that space, it just gave me space. And the thing is, when you change your physiology, you can just notice what happens. It just happens. It's like, boom. It changes that completely. Now, you could, if you wanted to, change your psychology. Now, how would someone who isn't anxious, who isn't fearful, how would they behave? How would they move? What would they think about? What would they believe? And you see, when you get into that mindset of who you want to be, what would be the best way to think? What would be the best way to believe? What would be the best emotions? Calmness. Because sometimes I used to think people will have to get into a trainer mode and be, no. Didn't have to be someone they're not. You act as if you have all the skills. And when you do that, I've actually got them. I can see myself over there doing it. I can access all the stuff because I'm now calm and I'm aware. They're the type of emotions I want. And when you start to change and access those emotions, because all you have to do is, think of a time in the past when you had the emotion. And when you find that time, you can go back into that memory, see what you saw, hear what you heard, and feel the emotions. And when you feel them, you go, yeah, that's right. That's exactly how I want to be. Or maybe even see a picture, a movie of the person that does it just the way you want to do it. Now, it won't be you. It won't be your style completely, but it's the way you feel the most comfortable, or you think you'd feel the most comfortable. See them over there doing it, and then float into their body, as it were. But then start to take it on as yourself. Let your skills, let your emotions, let everything happen. And notice when you do that, you change the emotions, pictures in your mind change. That fear and anxiety disappears because you're now looking at through your eyes of being a successful person, a competent person, someone who's going to do this. And then you do, just think, what beliefs do I have when I'm like this? And those beliefs are supportive now. Now, you can do this every time a little bit of anxiety comes along. Because when you do that, not wait till it gets so bad, but if you get a little bit of anxiety, you then go, what do I need to do? Do I need to change my physiology? Do I need to act as if and really behave? Or do I just change my mindset and my emotions? Because either one will work. Because you change one, the other one has to change. Or maybe do both together. And as soon as you do that, just like that, it means you're going to start putting in a pattern interrupt, as we call it in NLP. So that little bit of anxiety is going to cause you to think of a better way. And your unconscious mind is going to start going, do you know what? This better way is a better way. Why? Which is going to keep them the safest? The fear and anxiety and those horrible pictures that are just overwhelming, and we've talked about that before in the past, well, before is the past, I guess. But we've talked about it before, where you get that overwhelm and you just freeze. Fight and flight, it's not working. When you're in control of yourself, using the right emotions, using the most supportive beliefs, your physiology is in tune, you're aligned now. You're aligned to be the best version of yourself at that moment. And your unconscious mind is going to go, well, is this safer than the old way? And of course it is. And if you keep doing it, that pattern interrupt is just going to be a natural thing now. And so you're now using any anxiety to fire off all the good stuff. And your unconscious mind will then, why would it need the anxiety after a while? Because it just works. So that's acting as if. You're not copying. You're not pretending. You're not faking it till you make it. That's bollocks. Excuse me swearing, but it is. You're acting as if, taking the skills and noticing how you would act as if you had those skills. How you would act as if you had that physiology. And when you put the two together with the beliefs, supportive, positive beliefs, you'll crush it. And then when you actually do it, do the thing you used to be frightened of, it may not go 100% the way you thought, but it go a damn sight better. And you'll be able to say, well, I can learn from that because I just need to just change a few things. Maybe just do a little bit of this or a little bit less of that, but you'll learn from it. And even if you say, when you review, what can I learn from this to make it even better? Because you can. So what happened to me? What happened to me? Well, I packed up my gear, had my little laptop and I had all my stuff on it, and I went away. Got on this little stage, 60 people. And do you know what? I put myself in state just beforehand, had a little bit of music in my ears. I felt absolutely unstoppable in a good way. And I went through, there was a few ups and downs, but I coped, I managed. And I was supported by people because they wanted me to succeed. That wasn't just in my head saying they're coming here and they want me to succeed. I felt it from them. They told me they really want me to teach them even more. And I had one test, the litmus test for me, if that training was a success. And it wasn't a very big one. I put it into my mind that I wanted a standing ovation at the end of it. Now that's not big, is it? And do you know what? To the 60th person, everyone stood up and clapped and smiled. And do you know what? That felt awesome. So worth doing. And I got so good a feedback from it. So many new things happened. And literally, it was that simple 5 keys to success. And the 5th one, acting as if. So simple. Because here, in simplicity, there's genius. Good old, it just works. And because it's simple, doesn't mean to say it's easy. You have to put effort in. You have to make sure that you really put the work in. You really want to do that visualization. You really want to feel the feelings. You want to think of how you want to be. You have to push that old anxiety pictures away, those movies away. Give yourself space. And you have to see your goal, what you want. And when you're prepared to do whatever it takes, and your goal, your intention is so good. Because my intention was to share. I wanted to come away feeling good about it and have people, impressed with the way I did things. Of course I did. But the intention was to share what I had so other therapists could use what I knew. And they did. And I got feedback of the results they were getting with their clients. And more trainings were to come. So it just works. It just works. So think about it yourself if you would. If you're ever feeling anxious and you're hypnosis tracker, just stop. Whoa, push the pictures away. What are those 5 keys to success? What do I really want to have happen? Not what I don't want to have happen, because that's what anxiety does. Here's all the bad things. Here's all the things and how worse it will get, and it's even worse than that. No, that's what you don't want. The trouble is when you don't want something and you think about what you don't want, your unconscious mind seems to think that's what you do want. Because that's what you focus on. What you focus on is what you get. It's where your attention goes. So start to give yourself some space and just decide for a moment, how do I want to be? What do I want to achieve? What is my intention? And to get that intention, how do I need to think? What emotions do I have to have? How will my body be? How will I breathe? How will I move? How will I talk? How will I connect? How will I be aware of all the information I want? How will I just share what you have and then go do it? Do and have the will to do whatever it takes. Because you will. And you'll enjoy it. You'll be so surprised when you look back and you go, that was awesome. But when you look back further in time, you'll notice all the new opportunities that have happened because you just did that simple little thing. You didn't bottle it. You didn't give any excuses. You stood up and were the best version of yourself at that time. And then you just got better. And that's why I say, removing anxiety and becoming successful. It's the success that you want from your intention. Simple as that. I hope you enjoyed that. I really do. If you did enjoy it, I'd love you to share it. I'd love some feedback as well. So maybe share this episode. Just talk about it. Talk about acting as if. Do it. And share it. But if you can share this episode, that'd be awesome too. And give me some feedback. Because sometimes it seems, either I know this, and we've talked about it before, knowing it and doing it is completely different. If you know it and don't do it, what's the point of knowing it? You've got to do what you know. And then you become that master. But if sometimes you go, I'm going to do this. I've missed a bit. Yeah, you can listen to this, but if it doesn't quite resonate with you, let me know. feedback@personaldevelopmentunplugged.com. That's my email address. Give me an idea where things may be not quite going the way you wanted, not quite going the way I want for you. That's my communication issue, and I'll communicate in a better way. Maybe we find another step or just something to get around that obstacle, because it's a hero's journey, and you're the hero. So please do that, and just have fun with it. Acting as if is so much fun, because when you're you, acting as if you want to be the real you. That's all you have to do. Act as if you're going to be the real you. Not the old you, but the real you. So you can shine. And that's all I want for you, to shine. So I'll support you in every way. So I want your dreams to come true. I want them to get bigger, brighter, quicker. And then I want you to tell me about them. Because I love that. So do that. Have more fun than you can stand while you're doing it. Because that makes, when you're having fun, you can have serious fun. But when you have fun doing this as well, you will shine brighter than you'd ever think. And you'll connect deeper than you'd ever know. And the ripples of change go further and wider than you'd ever know. So you never know all the effects you're going to set out there. Just by doing this little pattern interrupt. Push it away. Find those 5 steps. Act as if. Psychology, physiology of excellence. Being the real you. Have more fun than you can stand, my friend. I'm going to see you next time. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for your time. I know it's valuable, but hopefully I've added something to it, to your life. It's your friend Paul, Cluffy. See you next time. It's time to fly. Just before you do fly, we're talking about anxiety and confidence. I'm just going to give you the 90 seconds of my Supreme Inner Confidence course and some information about it. It is at a rock bottom price at the moment. I've discounted it so heavily and forgot to put it back to the real price. So if you go to paulcloughonline.com, that's where you'll find it. And if you sign up to the hypnosis tracks at paulcloughonline.com/. patreon.com/podcast, you get even a little bit more discount. Anyway, have a quick listen. If it's for you, it's for you. And there's a money back guarantee, by the way, so you've got nothing ever to lose. Okay? Have a listen and then fly. Your 6 steps to achieving supreme inner confidence. Who's this program for? This is for anyone who experiences anxiety, self-doubt and fear. But deep down, they know they have something within them, just craving to be free. It's for people who want to achieve their ambitions, to achieve their dreams with total confidence and self-belief. So in the next 5 or so minutes, we're going to realize your lack of self-confidence is not the problem. It's by letting go of the fear that's holding you back and stopping that constant worrying what others think of you. We're going to let go of nagging fear of not being good enough and being found out. So you wake up and feel good about yourself and what that day holds. To be excited about the future and what that holds for you. Want to find the old you and then the real you. How to dream the dreams you want for yourself and have those dreams become real. So my promise to you is a step-by-step program to supreme inner confidence. But let's be honest, this is not magic. I don't promise to wave a magic wand and say, hey presto, everything's changed. If you really want this, you're going to have to do some work. To do whatever it takes. Hey, does this sound like you? Are you constantly in fear of not being in control? Do you overthink everything? Do you question everything and everybody? Do you wonder, will this ever end? And what if it doesn't? See, the real problem, you haven't taken the steps to deal with the true cause of all your issues. It's okay. You're about to discover them now. And once you take them, you're going to feel so excited to see the world and the opportunities in it. To have fun and laughter again, joy and happiness. Wake up in the morning with a buzz of energy, now that heavy load has been lifted. To feel calm, content, empowered. You'll feel free. The real sense of freedom. Effortlessly to be in control again and to simply be the real you. So who am I? I'm a master hypnotist, trainer of NLP and hypnotherapist. I help people to be who they really are and let go of all their insecurities and enjoy their life again. In fact, for the past 18 years plus, I've simply been helping clients to let go of their issues and get their real results. That's me, Paul Clough. Let's discover those 6 steps. There are 6 key steps you must take and make to let go of your anxiety and self-doubt fully, completely, while unleashing your untapped, undiscovered self-called confidence. I'm going to walk you through all 6 steps. Step 1, don't fight it, but honour it. You see, this program is not a bandage or a plaster. They simply don't work. We need to understand what your unconfidence and low self-esteem is doing for you. That's right, it's doing something positive for you. The mind shift. They're not the enemy. If you fight them, fight it, push against it, the snowball just gets bigger and bigger. You know that. And if you fight it and push against it, it just spreads in other areas of your life. You know that. The mind shift. Work with your best friend, your unconscious mind. You see, it's all about unconscious learning, not consciously learning. Because you see, you didn't learn to be this way consciously. So why would you try to solve it consciously? It rarely works and probably makes it even worse. So what does work and make things better? You see, it's all about learning at the unconscious level to truly understand what it will mean to you to be competent and confident in all areas of your life, to have your unconscious mind learn what it needs to. That once learned, will let go of all your negative feelings and debilitating and paralyzing self-talk. That was the old way. People used to have many sessions with little or no change. You'd be guided to lovely places and feel so relaxed now, but not later. Then make you relive those past memories when things felt really uncomfortable and low. And they tell you to be confident this way, using and installing their own generic way. That's not you, that's not yours. the secret. You see, you don't need someone telling you how to be or how long it will take. You just need the will to do whatever it takes to follow this program, because we're going to unconsciously learn from the past and keep the intention of your unconscious mind to create an empowering and confident present. And then with all of that, create the future you want. You see, together we're going to learn to change old beliefs. Together we're going to find new behaviors and new ways to feel confident. See, it's not my way of being confident, free, excited, happy, calm, content and joyful. It's your way. And together we're going to create a recipe in all your senses of how you want to be in all areas of your life. You see, take your time and feel comfortable. But time doesn't really have to take that long. Some people change in a second. How long have you got? I like to work really fast. And it doesn't have to be scary or uncomfortable. Why would you want to struggle and make it difficult? I like to work in an easy, simple and comfortable and lasting way. And let's make it easy and invest in you. See, invest in you with my help. See, self-help books and hypnosis CDs are good, but not good enough. You better pray and spray if you're going that direction. There's no gain without pain, and that's BS. The pleasure that comes from being confident in being you is immeasurable. Because when you achieve success in your competence, confidence and high self-esteem, you're going to feel empowered. What else couldn't you do right now? You will never know how far the ripples of this change will go. Today, I promised you a step-by-step program to regain your supreme inner confidence. The secret, my secret, to unconsciously learn from the past and keep that intention, that unconscious intention. Create an empowering and confident present, and then create the future. Each of these 3 steps has 2 specialized hypnosis processes and a video for each one, making the full 6 steps to your supreme inner confidence. But the final piece of the puzzle, you have a choice. Your responsibility. You can join me in this unique program and let me guide you to rediscover your supreme inner confidence, high self-esteem, and ultimately your freedom. So let's remind ourselves, who's this for? If you've finally had enough, you're saying to yourself, I'm prepared to do and have whatever it takes. This feels right. And you see it's the right thing to do. It's finally time to take action and reclaim your confidence, your self-esteem, and to be the real you. If that's you, hey, come and join me on this Supreme Inner Confidence program. You have nothing to lose but your low self-esteem and unconfidence. There's a 30-day money-back guarantee. That's it. Come and join me, Paul Clough. We'll have fun and regain that supreme inner confidence.
Warning, you are now leaving the unplugged mind of Paul Clough. It's time to fly on your own. Be brave, my friend.
Personal Development Unplugged.